They will keep you from the adulteress, from the wayward wife with her seductive words. Proverbs 7 and verse 5. Adding adultery in marriage. We see, I think this topic of adultery is so deep and very detailed. If you look at this chapter, you can read all of it from the whole of the chapter. Proverbs chapter 7. But let us highlight some of the dangerous effects of committing adultery with a married woman. She has been called adulteress or a wayward wife who has abandoned, who has left the partner of her youth, who has ignored the covenant she made before God. And the same case applies to the opposite gender. Let us highlight verse 22, number 1. We can start from verse 21. With the persuasive words, she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. We don't have time to explain that later. But look at verse 22. All at once he followed her like an ox going to the slaughter. Number 1, adultery transforms you into an ox for slaughter. Hey. Who will slaughter you? The devil. The devil comes, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. The moment you get hold of somebody else's wife and you are chewing her, the moment you get hold of a married man and is chewing you, the person, that action turns you into an ox for slaughter. From that moment, you have lost human aspect of life and dignity. Everyone and the forces of darkness, they see you as marked for slaughter. That you'll notice from that moment, you start having some certain experiences. You see you're being, even dreams, you're being chased by carnivorous beasts. And you don't know why. Because adultery immediately turns you into an ox for slaughter. Number 2 says, where are we? Number 2 says, like a deer stepping into a noose. The moment you commit adultery, that action itself is a noose. Is a noose for hanging you. It tightens you like a deer entering into a bobby trap. We call it a snare. It's like the way Haman wanted to put Mordecai into a noose and hang him to death, but instead it turned against him. But that was not the case. But the case here we are being told, the moment you commit adultery, you become like a deer stepping into a noose. So immediately you commit adultery. By the time you are coming out of that, you already have a yoke. You already have a noose. And then from there, you'll notice your life starts to suffocate. Breathing life system. Life, the natural life, not the natural breathing. You notice you start now to die slowly, slow death. Because adultery, it will immediately enter you or push you into a noose. Number 3, he is saying, till an arrow pierces his river. Adultery, the action itself When it has been done, there is a weapon it creates called a spear or an arrow. And that arrow pierces your liver. That is why, if you do your research, many people have the issues of liver failure, kidney failure, heart failure, or some other inner organs challenges. If somebody will confess they have ever had committed adultery one time in their life, or because adultery, it creates an arrow, and that arrow targets your liver. And you know the liver is your blood washing system, or blood pumping system, and also the liver is also responsible for your breathing system. That's why you said whenever you commit adultery, you have courted death. Just imagine what people are going through. Because if we can be told people to be given a chance to confess, and you will not be revealed or you will not be exposed, you will be surprised that in 1,000 people who will confess, 995 will confess to have committed adultery. That's why we have all kind of diseases in our hospitals. Actually, if you look at the ministry or the industry that is doing very well, is the industry of health and diseases, because everyone is sick, and people are sick of the inner organs. They don't have a problem. Heart, liver, kidney, those kind of things, and even we shall see even prostate and those kind of things. He says number 4. He says what? Like a bird darting into a snare. You see that snare, like a rat trap. The way the bird would come, and then without knowledge it thinks it is going to pick some certain kind of cereals there and eat, not knowing there is a trap there, and it enters in that. That's the way adultery is. You enter into a cage that you don't have a way or a means of coming out of that cage. You entered into that pot. You call it honey pot. You entered there and you swam in that honey fluid. You swam there in that oil. But in the spiritual realm, your true self, your destiny, your identity, your personalities, your charisma entered into a snare, entered into a cage. And that's why I said, at the time I said that many men's destinies are caged in the valleys of the women. That valley. So continue praying with your destiny, praying with the adultery. But the moment you commit the adultery, you feel good. But the Bible has categorically said, what are the fruits? Because you shall reap what you sowed. So you sow adultery. So that's why we are now learning the fruit of adultery, so that you can be able to know the reason why you are suffering, that you are suffering. And he says, like little knowing, it will cost him his life. Little knowing, it will cost him his life. Adultery costs you life. And life there means destiny. The moment you commit adultery, chances are your destiny has just erupted from you. And you can notice that with Reuben. Reuben just committed adultery with Bilhah, because Bilhah was a married woman to the father of Reuben, and Reuben himself was already married. He committed adultery. What happened? His destiny was given to the sons of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh. The moment you commit adultery, look at David. He committed the adultery with Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah. And God gave the crown of kingship not to the children of his original wives, either Ahinoam or even Abigail, the wives he married in a proper way. It was now given to the Bathsheba, who came along later and doesn't know even the battles of David. The moment you commit adultery, adultery costs you your very life. You get that? We shall continue tomorrow.